spirit of Madeira to the biggest stages in the world. I've always played for my family and for you, and now 1 billion of us stand together. You've been with me every step of the way, through all of the highs and the lows. This journey is our journey, and together we've shown that there's no limit to what we can achieve. Thank you for believing in me, for your support, and for being a part of my life. The best is yet to come. We'll keep pushing, we'll keep winning, and we'll keep making history together. 1 billion followers on all social media combined. Cristiano Ronaldo. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sports Cruise, the Friday edition and the last edition of the show for the week. I had to go deep to look for that Olamide's vibe. I think that's one of my best Cristiano Ronaldo street songs of all time, even though there are quite a few, in between that song. But hey, we're just here to celebrate a man that has said, and I quote, "I don't go after records. Records come after me." Akintayo is here and Agbatomi is here. This is quite unfortunate, but Akintayo will have to open the conversation today. Akintayo, 1 billion followers. Ronaldo had constantly defied every single odds you can imagine, from force of gravity, that headed goal, from the overhead kick against Juventus when he was at Madrid, that the entire stadium in Turin gave him a standing ovation in that Champions League game when he was substituted. And he said that was when he decided that he wants to be part of the Turin family, and that was what necessitated his move to Juventus when he left Real Madrid after that record. I mean, a career that was filled with every single record you can imagine. What does social media represent to you, Akintayo, when you look at how Ronaldo has embodied social media in the last few years? Talk to us about that.
Well, at least if you can't win the World Cup, at least you can be a social media influencer.
Exactly.
So
do we all agree that Don Jazzy is also a social media influencer?
I have no idea what you mean by that.
Okay, I just have to quickly put that out. Sorry, Don Jazzy. Sorry.
Well, Ronaldo is just typical Ronaldo. He would always try to just get anything that will give himself
Akintayo, I'm going to put up your mic because I would never stay here and tolerate this blasphemy.
I think you need to do that.
I will not stay here. My show, see, you can hold on to your 12:15 to 1 p.m. It is both of you that owns that one. But on this 6 to 7, this number one drive time sports show on the radio in the city of Lagos, this Sports Cruise on Mainland FM, I'm not going to allow that slander on Cristiano Ronaldo.
It's not slander. It
is slander.
We can't take away fact. And fact is he does not have a World Cup. That's fact. Fact is a social media influencer. Fact. So you can't take anything. I see no reason where you just have bots. In a world where there are millions of bots that can follow certain persons. You can buy followers and the likes. I don't really think.
Akitayo, you need to leave my studio, right? Hey, Elijah, please come and get Akintayo out of the studio. I see, Agbatomi. I need this is what I wanted, and I got what I wanted. I just wanted the show to start on this manner because I know that even if Ronaldo wins the World Cup, Akintayo will say the World Cup he won, the cover is not golden enough. Or he will say they've reduced the size of that World Cup. That is Akintayo. But let me ask you, Agbatomi, now. I mean, this is a man that just a few days ago we're talking about 900.
901.
3 days later, we're talking of 901. In fact, the beautiful part of the 900 and 901st goal he scored was the fact that the same player that gave him both assists was just 4 months old when he got his first professional goal.
Yeah.
Talking about longevity and consistency. I mean, Akintayo may also, 1 billion followers does not equate to the World Cup, which is understandable. But in terms of followership, in terms of being an inspiration, social media, you respond to it.
Well, Messi is not on Twitter. Messi is not on X, so you can.
Messi is on YouTube.
Messi is
on YouTube, right? Hang on, Messi is on Instagram. Messi is on YouTube.
He's not
Ronaldo
on X.
opened a YouTube account, and in 24 hours he had how many millions?
Because Ronaldo needs things like that to make.
Okay, Messi told you he does not.
If Messi was Messi would be on Twitter. You see, I have nothing against.
Akintayo, don't even go there. Don't go there. Agbatomi, lead us into that conversation. How much of an inspiration is Cristiano Ronaldo? First, as an athlete. Second, as an athlete that has a story of consistency around him.
Okwemi.
I'll put up his mic. You will interrupt you, don't worry. I'll put up his mic.
Do that, please. I mean, for a player of Ronaldo's profile coming all the way from Madeira, it was a nobody, coming to the limelight.
Inspiring story.
He has won on the pitch and is continuing rather to win off the pitch. I mean, 1 billion followers all across social media is a huge feat. Okwemi.
Weibo is the equivalent of Twitter in China, and he has over 7 million followers in China.
I mean, it's just so crazy, and he goes to say, I mean, no other athletes come close. No other athletes come close.
Cristiano Ronaldo has more followers than Instagram on Instagram. I mean, in case you don't understand, Ronaldo has more followers on Instagram than Instagram itself.
It's just so crazy, Okwemi. And if Akita is talking about the fact that Cristiano Ronaldo
is just a battle lord.
Cristiano Ronaldo has already won the Euros. He has won the Nations League.
Okay, Euro is not World Cup.
No, but he himself. I think we need to bring that up. To be honest, we need to bring that up.
We're due for break, guys. We'll be right back. We're due for break. Let's go.
Good job.
You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. The sound of Lagos.
Guys, you need to check your NIN status. I cannot say this enough because the next batch of barring will start again soon. I know some of us have submitted our NIN multiple times, but your NIN has not been linked to your lines. Either because your picture on the MTN portal might be different from the one on your NIMC portal, or you got married and changed your name, or another person registered your line for you when you bought it, or you mistakenly used the wrong date of birth, and many other reasons. But don't worry, MTN has made it easier to link your NIN in just 2 minutes from the comfort in.mtn.ng, or dial *996*4# on your MTN line. Just follow the instruction and you are done in under 2 minutes. Remember, barring will start again very soon. Link your NIN to avoid stories that touch. MTN, what are we doing today?
You dey find ways to save your data. You go first start out with your apps. Delete apps wey you no dey use but other things go still dey. Some apps get data saver modes, make you activate them to control the data usage. You fit also go your setting, make you off the auto updates them. Then make you also close apps wey you no dey use to save your data when you no dey use your apps. This small change go fit help you save your data well. For more information, make you go your mobile operator website or consumer.ncc.gov.ng for better tips. Make we dey connect and enjoy our data use well. This message dey come from the Association of Licensed Telecom Operators wey join body with the Nigerian Communication Commission.
Meals have a way of taking us on a journey, and when you add plenty of vegetables like efo, ugu, and season with the rich taste of Knorr seasoning cubes, even better.
So, go ahead and elevate your meals with more vegetables and the rich taste of Knorr cubes. Today, eat for good.
Guys, you need to check your NIN status. I cannot say this enough because the next batch of barring will start again soon. I know some of us have submitted our NIN multiple times, but your NIN has not been linked to your lines. Either because your picture on the MTN portal might be different from the one on your NIMC portal, or you got married and changed your name, or another person registered your line for you when you bought it, or you mistakenly used the wrong date of birth, and many other reasons. But don't worry, MTN has made it easier to link your NIN in just 2 minutes from the comfort of your home, office, or while you are on the *996* in very soon. Link your NIN to avoid stories that touch. MTN, what are we doing today?
Open defecation in Nigeria perpetuates a cycle of poor health, environmental degradation, and undermines human dignity. With approximately 47 million people practicing open defecation nationwide, Nigeria ranks among the top countries globally with the highest number of individuals who lack access to proper sanitation facilities. The stats look grim. The overriding effect in itself can be terrible to our general well-being. In that light, we from Mainland 98.3 FM call on the government to increase its efforts in providing public toilets to end this scourge. And we also encourage the citizenry to imbibe proper hygiene and not defecate in public.
What about sunrise? What about rain? What about all the things that you said?
Guys, you need to check your NIN status. I cannot say this enough because the next batch of barring will start again soon. I know some of us have submitted our NIN multiple times, but your NIN has not been linked to your lines. Either because your picture on the MTN portal might be different from the one on your NIMC portal, or you got married and changed your name, or another person registered your line for you when you bought it, or you mistakenly used the wrong date of birth, and many other reasons. But don't worry, MTN has made it easier to link your NIN in just 2 minutes from the comfort of your home, office, or while you are on the move. No need to visit MTN office and join the queue. If you use a smartphone, you can visit nin.mtn.ng or dial *996*4# on your MTN line. Just follow the instruction and you are done in under 2 minutes. Remember, barring will start again very soon. Link your NIN to avoid stories that touch. MTN, what are we doing today?
You dey find ways to save your data. You go first start out with your apps. Delete apps wey you no dey use but other things go still dey. Some apps get data saver modes, make you activate them to control the data usage. You fit also go your setting, make you off the auto updates them. Then make you also close apps wey you no dey use to save your data when you no dey use your apps. This small change go fit help you save your data well. For more information, make you go your mobile operator website or consumer.ncc.gov.ng for better tips. Make we dey connect and enjoy our data use well. This message dey come from the Association of Licensed Telecom Operators wey join body with the Nigerian Communication Commission.
Hello, my name is Godwin Enoch and I'm a broadcast journalist. Yes, my friend will tell me that I am a sport administrator by accident. Listen every day of the weekday to Sports Cruise on Mainland FM. God bless you.
If I dey play football, I go bench him, bench you not do. Timba fẹ́ pọ́n mọ́ ọmọ máa gbé ní ọ̀dọ̀. No ṣẹ̀kọ̀ tẹ̀lé, no ṣàkóṣàkó. Àníṣe owó wọn lé wọn bá. Wọ́n wá rí.
A big shout out to everyone, making Mainland FM their #1 dial, and most especially to all of our listeners anywhere around the world. We say we love you and we thank you. I'm just feeling the groove, and I like the first line of that song. By the way, maximum respect to the body, the soul, and the spirit of Mohbad. Almost a year now, and there's just a whole lot of controversy around him. Week. And I told someone, I said, one of the unfortunate things that could happen to you in life is, when you don't enjoy your life and they still don't allow you to rest in peace. It's a bad space. But hey, I want you to talk sports, and I said to pump it out. You see, anything that has Ronaldo today, I will play it. Any song that has the mention of Ronaldo on the show today, whether it is this one or that one, I can't choose to work with. Now why would they always turn up? Let us do this too. See guys, I can tell you. I own this show. I'm going to own your mic. I own this show. And you have to do whatever I say you should do. Everybody will do on the count of 3. I can tell you, if you don't do it. Yeah, my mic. Return his mic. Return his mic. You see,
is this how now
the choice is very clear. How they do. Yes.
If you don't like, if you observe closely, there have been some influencers, top influencers on X so far this week. I know what I've been seeing.
Let's Jẹ́kó sọ nǹkan tó fẹ́ sọ tán. Kí ni kílẹ̀ Jẹ́kó tẹ́. Are you done?
I am with you.
Are you done?
This guy.
Are you done? Because what do you have to do now? Is either you do it or you know what we do at the end of every week. No, you sign a logbook. It's that way. Stop. Your plus or minus is 0. Everybody in this studio will do this. You have to choose. Sheo, are you ready? Okay. No, you have to come close to the mic. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Agbatomi, are you ready? You are born ready.
Ever ready now.
I'm not going to ask Akita, but you're facing me there. They're not, you're not rich. In fact, let's even use this one to even enjoy this one small.
They say I'm balling like Ronaldo. See my leg over, oh, see Ronaldo. I dey go London, go Monaco. I dey branch it me for gelato. See I'm balling like Ronaldo. Not like Ronaldo. I'm talking about.
I've told you guys, everything on this show is going to be Ronaldo.
It's about Ronaldo.
But if you listen clearly to what,
I don't want to.
He said, I'm talking about you, Ronaldo, and there's only one Ronaldo, and that is F phenomenal.
Whether it is F phenomenal or it's F Clasico, everybody in this studio will do that
with the World Cup.
At the count of 3.
I'm only going to see. I'm only going to do this show because of a friend.
You can't even dictate how this show will go because this show is my own. As long as I'm in charge of this space, you're going to do it, and you're going to be on the count of 3. Everybody, 1, 2, 3, go.
I got out with the back flip, timber celebrate. Every time I with the girl, mama serenade. Can't get these steps like bungalow. It goes over your head like shangalo. If I give you
Hello, my name is Jᴏɪᴜ Oᴘᴇɪ. I'm a broadcast journalist. Yes, my friend will tell me that I am a sport administrator by accident. Listen every day of the weekday to Sports Cruise on Mainland FM. God bless you.
What is this magic? I need that magic.
They say I'm balling like Ronaldo. See my leg over, oh, see Ronaldo.
Former Manchester United player, former Barcelona player, former Ajax player, Memphis Depay to a 2-year deal. Yes, Memphis Depay will be playing his trade in Brazil. And I watched the interview earlier hours of today, and he talked about the fact that there's a football culture in Brazil that is not just about what happens on the pitch of play. There's the energy, there's the spirit, there's the motivation, there's the inspiration. And I'm just wondering, I mean, for a player that had been at that top level over and over again for club and country, I mean, Brazil, Corinthians, he said Corinthians is the mecca of Brazil is the mecca of football. That's where everybody wants to go. How much of a value do you place on that particular move?
Well, I think it's a good move for him, for Memphis Depay. Even the Dutch manager in person of Ronald Koeman has said that his move to Corinthians would not hinder his place in the team. Just
like what they did to Bergwijn
when he had to go to Saudi Arabia, and then Ronald Koeman said, "Oh, guy, you're no more coming to the national team. Just forget about coming to the national team." But then I think Brazil have one of the best leagues in the world. The likes of Palmeiras, Corinthians, don't forget as well the Copa Libertadores is probably the equivalent to the UEFA Champions League. And when you see how those games are being played, a lot of tackles, crunching tackles, you see the passion at which these guys play at. So him moving to Corinthians is a very good deal for him, and I will wish him all the best.
Well, talking about those moves, there are games to look out for In La Liga today, also in the German Bundesliga, in the French Ligue 1. Later tonight by 8 p.m. Real Betis will be playing Leganes. In the German Bundesliga, there's a big game. Borussia Mönchengladbach versus FC Eindhoven. Eindhoven is yet to lose a game this season. They're topping the German Bundesliga. I was seeing a story about their manager, how he brought them from Division 4 to Division 3 to Division 2, and how they are playing some crazy brand of football. They've scored 64 goals and considered 15 in the last one season. That's a crazy start, by the way. So they will be playing against Borussia Dortmund at the Signal Iduna Park. That's one of the deadliest stadiums you want to attend to play football. So that's a big game to look out for. In the Nigerian League,
and you also need to add that Dortmund have signed the Stuttgart striker, which I feel is. I didn't have much of the mention because of the team he was playing. He was playing for, but I believe coming into Dortmund and
we'll give him that bigger,
because he has even a better shout. I don't know why people are bringing him Brahim Diaz into the African Cup.
It's the Champions League, my friend.
For a player that just moved to Africa barely less than 6 months.
There's a Champions League. Do you know what it means?
Come on, stop.
On Saturday, Nigerian League will have Rivers United hosting Heartland, another Oriental derby. There's also going to be a Southwestern derby also. There's Remo Stars versus Sunshine Stars. And in the Premier League, early kickoff 12:30. Early kickoff are always absolutely dicey and they're banana peels. Manchester United will be traveling to St. James's Park to play against Southampton. There's also going to be Brighton versus Ipswich at 3 o'clock. The same 3 o'clock, there is Crystal Palace hosting Leicester City. Fulham would also be hosting West. There's also Manchester City, by the way, but Haaland has been voted as the Premier League Player of the Month. And the coach of Brighton, the youngest ever manager to get a permanent job in Premier League top flight, 31-year-old, has been voted as the manager of the month. And also Manchester City, Brentford. There's Aston Villa at Villa Park against struggling Everton, yet to win a game this season. They've lost their 3 games. They've conceded 7 goals and scored only 2. And the last game for tomorrow is going to be Chelsea traveling away to Bournemouth. They've given another player, Nicholas Jackson, another 7 years till 2033. Are they doing slave trading at Cobhams or what exactly are they doing in that place?
200 and how many years now?
On Sunday, there's going to be only one game in the MPFL. Is Aqua United versus Abyei Warriors. That is a massive derby as well. In the Premier League, there is the North London derby between Tottenham Hotspur and Arsenal. Tottenham Hotspur will be hosting at the new Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. They'll be hosting their fiercest London rival. And of course, there's going to be Wolves versus Newcastle. In the La Liga, there's Celta Vigo hosting Real Valladolid, fresh from their 7-0 defeat to Barcelona. I watched that game again yesterday, and I mean, you can't just admire less how much of a signing Dani Olmo would be for Barcelona. This is incredible player. A
player they almost not going to register.
They got him, by the way. There's Las Palmas against Athletic Club. The biggest game of the weekend in La Liga is going to be Girona hosting Barcelona. It's a massive derby. Very recently, guys, I was talking to someone about the whole idea of El Clasico, and I said El Clasico is not a derby. El Clasico means a classic game. Game between two rivals. And rival is not city rivalry. It is cabinet trophies. Do you understand? Exactly. So when they say, that's why they say North London derby. It is a city derby. That's why they say Manchester derby.
The Northwest derby as well.
Exactly. There's also Liverpool versus Manchester United. That one, although there's also rivalry in terms of 18 trophies, 19 trophies. But when people always talk about the main derby for Real Madrid is actually against Atletico Madrid.
Even though they have Getafe as well.
Yeah, but of course, the city of Madrid.
Even Barcelona's major derby is against Espanyol.
It's Espanyol.
But since Girona came into the fold, especially winning Barcelona 4-2, identical scoreline last season, and and considering the fact that this yesterday was the Catalonia footwork where so it's going to be a massive game. It's going to be all noisy at the stadium.
Absolutely. In the La Liga on Saturday, there's going to be Real Madrid traveling to Real Sociedad. There's Getafe traveling away to Sevilla. There's Deportivo Alaves hosting Espanyol, and there's Villarreal hosting Mallorca. Villarreal just signed a player direct from Rivers United this afternoon. That's a massive move, by the way. In the German Bundesliga, there's Borussia Mönchengladbach versus VfB Stuttgart. There's Freiburg versus Bochum. There's Hoffenheim versus Bayern Leverkusen. There's RB Leipzig versus Union Berlin. There's Wolfsburg versus Eintracht Frankfurt. And there's Bayern Munich hosting Olsen-Kiel. That's one of the new boys that just gained promotion to the German Bundesliga. I understand why you guys are like, Ajakuya level. On Sunday in the German Bundesliga, there is St. Pauli traveling away to Augsburg, and there's Mainz 05 versus Werder Bremen. 11:30 early kickoff on Sunday. Genoa will host Roma. Atalanta versus Fiorentina. There's Torino that will be hosting Napoli. There's also Atalanta Fiorentina. There's Cagliari versus Napoli. There's Torino Lecce in the Serie A. There's Monza and defending champions Inter Milan. Big games to look out for this weekend. But guys, Nigerian club sides were in action today, and I don't know how much of a victory that would be for Rivers United, but Rangers, I think for Rangers rather. But I think they had, their foot maybe starting at the right way by that slim 77th minute goal scored by Kazim Ogule. I have not seen the highlight. I didn't see the game. Of course, I was on air, but Agbatomi told us it was a screamer. So Rangers won Esperança 0. So the Flying Antelope will take a slim advantage to Luanda next week for the return fixtures. That is for the CAF Champions League Total Energies for 2024. How big of a result is this for Rangers, Akitayo?
It is a big one. In CAF, one thing you need to understand about CAF Champions League is ensure that you win your own games.
No matter what.
Ensure you win your own games. And when you win your own games, even though the 1-0 might be very, very slim, when you consider the factors that do play out in.
But
I'm
not going to North Africa.
You might say that, but the issue I've had with Nigerian teams at the continent is when they go away, they always try to play defensively. They always try to overthink. Yeah, they always try to overthink certain things, and that actually used to hurt them. Eventually they might end up maybe losing 2-0. Or you see them losing 3-1. It is always as if that it's a rinse and repeat scenario. But going into that game, having a 1-0 win, no matter how slender it is, it's still a booster, for them. And I believe that going away to Luanda, they should be able to seal the qualification.
Yeah, Enugu Rangers were not the only team that is having a game today in the CAF Champions League. There's also US Monastir versus MC Oja. US Monastir is leading that one by River. Any update from the game as well?
Still second half, goalless. They're playing Tᴏɪᴛᴛᴇ, the Ouagadougou rather, and yes, unfortunately, neither side has been able to get a goal to settle proceedings. But then let's just see how things go. It's actually the CAF Confederations Cup. Enyimba no visitors as well, so let's just see how it pans out.
Exactly. So guys, it's a big weekend, no doubt about that. And as excited as I am, I can't help but talk about the Grand Prix this weekend. We're going to Baku. See, a few years ago when I started analyzing F1 and all of that, the Rio de Janeiro Grand Prix used to be my favorite because it's almost like an Interlagos, almost like a street circuit and all of that. But the first race I saw at Azerbaijan was when Nico Rosberg won the championship title, and the feeling was different. I mean, how many people even know Azerbaijan in the first place? So the F1 just blew me away, and I'm like, how? So I sat back after the race. I went to watch the video of that race. Guys, that remains till today my favorite F1 track in the entire calendar. And I'm always looking forward to it.
That's his own preference.
Monaco is a traditional space. Monaco has grown over the last 100 years. No, nobody's taking it away.
Come on,
nobody's taking it away.
I mean, I always set my calendar for the summers. I mean, whenever I eat summer, I just know that Monaco Grand Prix is up next, and I don't see the likes of.
Take me along. When next you are going?
No, come on, not traveling. Don't worry, I'll take care of my boy. Don't worry. So that's just the thing.
It is a great one to look forward to, especially when the McLaren team, they have the principal has actually given a new rule for both of them, to ensure that if there is a 50-50 chance, Piastri should ensure that
he's got a point. He has a higher point on board right now.
Norris.
Lando Norris has higher point on board right now.
But that was what cost them the last Grand Prix, where Oscar Piastri did not want to concede the lead for his teammate that actually has more chance of winning, or realistic chance of winning the championship. So this time around, there's now a 50-50 rule where if they are to be side by side, just leave it for Lando Norris to take charge. Verstappen, so far the practice, is looking so vexed. He's more gingered. If I can use that.
He won the first practice text.
Practice does not really matter. It just shows that he's actually just aiming for this victory. It's going to be left to be seen. But the issue that people have had with Lando Norris is he actually starts late. Even though he started
same performance Verstappen as well.
Verstappen at times, Verstappen could sometimes be seventh on the podium. If Lando Norris is starting from a pole position, trust me, he would actually lose the position for the first few laps before regaining the position, maybe by undercutting, and that has actually been his downfall so far this season. And he needs to ensure that Verstappen do not get anywhere closer to him. As long as he can keep the gap of 8 to 10 points from now to the end of the calendar, he might win the championship. But it's left to be seen. But you never can say never when it comes to Grand Prix, because Verstappen is a man on a mission.
I'm telling you, that's just the thing.
Okay, there's going to be a big game again this weekend, which is the North London Derby, and I want us to quickly talk about it. There's no Declan Rice, a move I find really very, very mature for a player of that level. That's, by the way, his first red card in his first professional red card, and certainly, I can tell you for a fact that as at that game against Brighton, despite the international break coming, the North London Derby was already in the mind of every single Arsenal sports player
and their supporters.
Every single one of them. So how would you make such a mistake and get yourself sent off when you know that your team is having arguably your biggest game of the season in terms of your rivalry, which is, Tottenham would prefer to win the North London Derby for 20 years than win a trophy. That's their own addiction. But Arteta had come out to say that he has not ruled out Martin Odegaard out of the North London Derby. Guys, how much of a miss would this be? I've seen quite a lot of formation outside of Declan Rice and Martin Odegaard, how Arsenal could set up. Some saying Trossard could play in the midfield. Even Cesc Fabregas came to talk about it. Kai Havertz could also play in the midfield.
It's going to be a failure of Kai Havertz.
However way you want to look, let me start from here. I can tell you how big of a miss would these two players be for Arsenal going into the North London Derby, the first of the season, by the way.
It's a huge one. Both of them are like the engine room, including Partey, like the engine room for Arsenal, either going forward or defensively. Rice actually leads the charge. Once he leads the charge, Odegaard is there just somewhere looking around the corner, trying to ensure that he makes those flare moves, those slicky passes, ensures that he takes the set pieces. He's also the captain. He rallies the team whenever the team is down. And what like I said, during
he's a really influential player for Barcelona. Maybe in my own space, even for Arsenal, even maybe more. Well, arguably.
He is,
maybe more influential.
There's a reason why they named him a captain. He was a young captain when they named him, and you can see that he is actually destined for greatness. But like I said during the Sport Jams this afternoon, which is we might see a Jordinho coming into the fold.
Yeah.
And I predicted a certain Zinchenko as well in the midfield. Zinchenko is originally a midfielder, before being converted into a fullback, and even despite that, it still comes into the midfield. So we could, and if Cafilori is also out, so
it's going to be assessed. It's still going to be assessed by today, which is Friday.
If I'm to be Arteta, I don't think you really want to risk. It is still
because
it's just the fourth.
The games are crazy. They play the North London derby. They play Inter Milan in the Champions League. They come to play Manchester City in the league, and it just comes on like that. 2 games after they play Chelsea.
I don't believe that they want to take that risk in trying to play those players.
So let's look at the worst case scenario. Declan Rice is obviously out. I don't know what miracle Arteta wants to perform. Odegaard is out. Odegaard is out.
Mind games.
Calafiori is also out because of that bad contact. For Spurs, they have Dominic Solanke back. He wasn't in their game against Newcastle. They also have Van de Ven back, that big signing as well. How do you think Arsenal should set up in that North London derby? Like I said, it's a big game, no doubt about that. There's Partey in the mix, which I think is one of the most important players for Arsenal. Also, I can tell mentioned Jorginho coming into setup. There's also Alexandra Zinchenko that could play in that inverted space. There's also this youngster in one area also that could be brought into that game. But you may feel like maybe the North London derby is too big for him. But hey, he's a star. He's done a lot.
Okay,
but tell me, how do you think Arsenal should set up this weekend?
Well, I think the biggest miss for Arsenal this weekend would definitely be Martin Odegaard.
I think it should be Declan Rice. It's Rice for me.
See, the thing is this: Martin Odegaard sets the ball rolling for Arsenal. That's the truth.
Rice allows a lot of the players to move forward, especially Thomas Partey.
I can tell you that Jorginho and Thomas Partey can perform the duties of Rice, but who would be the creative force in midfield for Arsenal?
True, though.
That's just the thing. The only player I feel can step up to the plate in the Arsenal side is Fabio Vieira,
and he's out.
He's also out already. We also have the likes of Emil Smith-Rowe.
He's out.
So I think the best case scenario is try which as possible.
Trossard, he could have been Trossard as well, and ensure that he is Martinelli.
Kai Havertz as well. I don't think he'll bring Kai Havertz. I think it's going to be a very, very bad try if he brings Kai Havertz, because according to precedents in history, whenever he plays Kai Havertz in midfield, it turns out to be a very, very bad idea.
It's a bad decision. We saw that in the Champions League against Bayern.
It is not just about bad decision. When you consider that Kai Havertz, when Arsenal do no longer have Nketiah, whereby you think maybe if Kai Havertz do not start, Nketiah might come in and do the job. They don't have Jesus active, is injured. Now, the only thing that can make sense to me is if they can play a certain party, they have Jorginho and they put Trossard in front of the
goal. Jesus could be fit for the game.
It could be fit.
But you're having a late assessment.
But you can't start him.
Obviously, the question will now be, Arteta has said that he's hopeful that Odegaard's injury is not as bad as everyone thought. There's something about squad depth and there's something about squad size. Arsenal is going into this season with only 22 players. Just 22. So let's just say 2 players for each role. Of course, you look at the way the back four is set up. All of the players in the back four can play alternative roles within the back four. The 5 can play 3, 3 can play 5, 2 they know how to alternate themselves. But from that wings, you know that the best of Arsenal comes from Ben White and Bukayo Saka. From the other side, if Martinelli is not playing, it's just to start Trossard in that game against Brighton. But how big a signing do you think? I'm not looking at it from maybe starting games, but you look at Raheem Sterling and you wonder, why did Arsenal sign him? Is it for days like this? I can tell you.
Yeah, exactly. And I believe that if he is serious as he has proved, or as he has tried to
showcase, click on to games like this.
I saw a picture this morning of Raheem Sterling being baptized.
If he is serious, because I believe that he's coming into Arsenal to try to prove a point. It can also, like I said before.
But every Man City player, every former Man City player have tried to prove a point. From Gabriel Jesus to Alexander, they're still going back, finishing second.
See, it can as well float in that false nine role. He's not new. He's not new in that false nine role. He could play in that false nine role. Have a Kai Havertz playing behind him. You know, that's why I said Kai Havertz playing that Martin Odegaard role. Just ensure that you limit Kai Havertz ability in trying for the defensive side. You know,
just focus up front.
But where the real problem is, they're not playing just a regular side. They are playing in a North London derby and playing away from home. Not just playing away from home, they are playing also a very good side, a very good side tactically. You see that midfield of either Bissouma. Come on,
Sa is a massive player for Tottenham Hotspur.
The way, okay.
Now, I'm coming, Agbatomi. Hans Postecoglou would want to get a win over Arteta. He's not done that.
He has not done that before.
He didn't win any of the legs last season. They lost at home at the new Tottenham Stadium by 3-2. In fact, Arsenal went 3-0 up in the first 22 minutes or thereabout before, you know. But how vital is this game in terms of morale, in terms of the bragging right, because they don't play again until February next year? So whoever wins this weekend will go into the new year with this bragging right. But how much of a game do you think Postecoglou wants to have on this North London derby? Like I said, he's never won against Arteta.
I mean, everyone knows the importance of a North London derby to both to both Tottenham as well as Arsenal, and Ange Postecoglou unfortunately has not won any of that. We knew right from the onset that he is a great manager. Unfortunately, things did not work out well for him last season, and he was always trying as much as possible to stick to his guns. He didn't want to change, his tactics and everything. But I think we are seeing a new Tottenham this season, and trust me, if they get the win over Arsenal, I think this is the best time to get the win over Arsenal, because they miss all their top guns, the likes of Declan Rice, likes of Martin Odegaard.
There's no longer Edin Ketia, there's no Nelson. So I mean, these are guys that knows the foundation of the North London derby, because all the boys are there from End. They are academy boys. So they build it into them from age 6, age 7, that no matter what you do in life, never ever be a sport fan. Never lose to Tottenham Hotspur. Don't try it. I remember when Arsenal signed Matona from the MLS. Before he joined Arsenal, his final game in MLS, fans were bringing jersey for him to sign. So there was a fan that had a Tottenham Hotspur jersey under an Arsenal jersey. The moment he signed the Arsenal jersy, the fan brought out the Tottenham jersey, and he looked at the fan and was like, get out. He used the F4 like, get out. So you know that rivalry is crazy. So guys, let's look at the probable starting 11 combined from both sides. From the goalkeeping department, save of the month. Raya, he just won it against Aston Villa. Raya does it for you.
Yeah, definitely no brainer. No undisputed.
Are you serious right now?
Undisputed number one goalkeeper now.
Okay, I may disagree with you though. Yes.
That's his opinion.
You want to beat me because of my opinion?
I know. Who should start?
So let's go.
Is it Neto?
No. I'm not saying. I'm saying combined.
Combined.
Both Tottenham and Arsenal combined.
He beats Vicario. Come on, right.
Raya has been really decisive.
He's a better goalkeeper.
It is not about Vicario being good or not being good. It's about
Raya just being in top crazy form.
Who is better, and that is Raya.
16 clean sheet last season. And he's kept 2 already this season.
That's the goal of the month.
That's massive. He had nominated him for player of the month. Then he won the save of the month. I agree with you guys. It had to be Raya, no doubt about that. So let's get to the wings. For 3.
I think
Ben White.
No, but White plays at right back.
White plays at right back. I'm talking on left back.
I think I'll prefer Udogie.
No,
I think I'll prefer Udogie. Tottenham's Udogie.
Don't look at it like this. Look at it like this. You're already looking at them playing against each other.
No. I know, because since Timber returned,
Ben White at right back. Ben White, you said 3, right? 3 is left back now.
Ben White plays at right back. Yes. Timber plays at left back. So I'm talking about right back now.
Okay, you're talking about right back.
I'm talking of right back now.
Ben White. Ben White
does it for you.
Ben White, that's what I'm saying.
Ben White, Sheung, you also think it's Ben White? Okay. So let's get to our central partnership.
Saliba and maybe
Father Wayne. and Saliba.
Saliba and Gabriel. Saliba and Gabriel. That's just the thing.
For me,
Saliba and Gabriel.
For me, is Vadawen and Saliba.
Vadawen is strong.
He's strong.
And he's physically fit.
And he's
Did you see that run? Did you see that run for the assist of sᴘᴏʀᴛs third goal?
Okwemi, do you know
he's disciplined. That is what matters.
In that Arsenal's backline, Gabriel is the leader. A lot of people think
he is
Saliba,
rash.
but Gabriel is the leader of the Arsenal backline.
The stat says otherwise.
If you watch the games,
Gabriel is a rash defender.
If you watch the games, you would mostly see Gabriel, taking Saliba through all the game, talking to him all the while. And Gabriel is the leader of the Arsenal's backline.
Okay, so you think nobody should touch the 5 and 6?
Gabriel and
I think
Saliba
is one of the best centre back pairing in the world right now.
For me, I would go for. But for the sake of that, it is a team. It is mainland, his sports crews. His sports crews combined.
It's now that you realize his sports crews combined.
No, his sports crew combined. So I just had to just concede. I think he believes that.
So do you also agree? 5 and 6, Gabriel and Saliba?
No, I don't agree.
Okay, give me your choice.
I'll choose Van der Ven over
Gabriel.
Yes.
So Van der Ven and Saliba
is more disciplined than Gabriel. Gabriel is indisciplined, and that's one of the things that.
No. See,
he gets the yellow card often.
That's the big deal. Getting the yellow card. And then Arteta has gotten 6 yellow cards in 2 seasons as a coach.
It is not about getting yellow card. It's about the mode of him getting the yellow card. Some tackles that Gabriel makes, you just be like, guy.
This is secondary school.
I think
do you understand what I'm saying?
If I were to be an attacker, right, I'll prefer facing Van der Ven
Saliba than Gabriel.
to Gabriel. Gabriel is a great.
Guys, let's move on. I'm going to leave the centre back pairing of Saliba and Gabriel. If it's not broken, don't fix it. If it's not broken, don't fix it.
But it's combined. It's not.
Right, it's okay.
Defense.
So let's
because they can play either with pro.
There's also Zinchenko that could close it, and he could close it and form an inverted pyramid to give them a 4-5-1 formation. Okay, so you are going for Poro?
Yeah.
Poro 2?
Yes, Poro.
I think I'll go with Poro 2 as well. Tottenham Poro.
I'll go with Timber.
Yeah, see,
I watched him at the international break. I watched Holland's both games. In the 200 against Germany, he was good.
Timber has just come from a long injury.
So he started after 3 games this season.
He has not gotten into the groove yet.
What do you need to get into the groove? Guys,
Okwemi, if I'm sure if Jurgen Timber faces a tricky winger right now, I'm sure he'll be cooked. He'll be cooked.
Bad boys. So let's get into the midfield. It's tough. The baseline. Declan is out of the conversation. Guys.
Jorginho for me.
Why? Asao.
That's a crazy risk.
Asao. When you have Bissouma, you have Sa. I am mentioning Jorginho. You even mention Partey.
You know why I said that.
Guy, do you have gas at home?
You should warm it.
Walai, you have to warm it. Go and warm it. Asapu.
Okay. You know I'll go with Jorginho. At least, see. Jorginho will give you.
But is it that you don't know the other Tottenham Hotspur players that plays in that
league? Why not? Okay,
have you seen Sa play?
You pick Jorginho over Bissouma.
You can't compare Sa passing to Jorginho.
I'm not even talking of Sa. No, let's even keep Sa. See, people always wonder what forms my opinion about players. I may watch you at the club side every time, but once I have interest in you, I'm going to your national team. Because in club, you could have 10 national team captains playing together. You can have the biggest stars, everybody coming together. So even an average player could be covered when you have a lot of big players around you. But the national team, it's a different. I've seen his command and the midfield.
No one is doubting his ability. But I think Jorginho over Sa for me.
I just told you Sa over Jorginho. Are you arguing me? What are you?
That's a fact now.
Jorginho over Sa.
No wonder you support Ronaldo. You can't tell when the player is good. You can't tell the player. What are you talking of Jorginho in 2024 over Sa?
The same you that said we shouldn't choose what's his name? Timber.
He doesn't even
because
get
he has not gotten the reading. But he wants us to choose Jordio that have not started the game this season faster.
Okay, see.
What is he seeing? He's wearing his glasses. What should he see again?
Okay, guys. So I think
Bissouma, just the 3 black men. Bissouma goes forward. Bissouma goes forward. So
Partey will sit down and do the clearing job.
You see the 2 of them. They play more. They have the ability more of a Yaya Toure. They might not be at the peak of Yaya Toure, but they have the pattern.
But they give you the Yaya Toure vibe.
They go forward. They just be the anchor.
Whoever disagrees with that should have their mics off. Bye. Guys, let's go to the attacking options now. This is where we'll have spoils.
Saka,
Martinelli.
No, for me.
Saka, Son, Martinelli for Agbatayo. So Akintomi, you uncle.
Saka, Son,
Trossard,
Havertz. You see, I hate to say it. I would have made mention of.
That is a smart guy.
I would have.
You can't have an Arsenal attack right now without Havertz in it.
It's not possible.
It has nothing to prove to anybody anymore. Take it or leave it. The doubters by now
he can give you the hypertension.
He can be silly on games, but the doubters of Kai Havertz keep quiet right now. I would have said
Dominic Solanke, but no Havertz.
No.
Havertz.
No.
I'm not an Arsenal
fan. Havertz takes it for me. It's simple. Son, you mean Bukayo Saka and just leave Advert there. Let's just enjoy himself.
You are dropping out Martinelli.
Martinelli was dropped.
I'm saying Martinelli over Havertz and
they don't even do the same thing.
Martinelli plays on left side.
It's between Son It's between Son and Martinelli.
Son this season plays as almost the center forward.
You see the fact that
Solanke has been absent.
You're talking of
I'm saying, guys,
no, you're talking of just this season. He has always played on the wing.
Go into the 4-5-1.
The reason why he played, the reason why he played in the middle is because of Dominic Solanke was injured. That's the only reason. But he's a winger.
We are basing on this season, right? That's what I'm saying. According to what Son has done this season, he has played as center forward.
Hang on. So you would rather play Son at the center forward because you want him to bench Kai Havertz than play him in the wings?
Yes.
He's a typical Ronaldo fanboy. They don't know ball. They don't know ball.
This one has nothing to do with Ronaldo.
They don't know ball. If he knows ball, you know.
So you would rather my guys. Unfortunately, I just looked at the time now. I will press. It's a Friday edition of the show. And hey guys, it's going to be an amazing weekend, no doubt about that. If you're looking forward to it, I'm also looking forward to it. Agbatomi.
Yeah, I just want to give a quick birthday shout out to Oluwa Nifemi. Happy birthday to you. Long life and prosperity. I wish you all the best.
What
this guy say?
Let him do his shout out in peace. You that you have a roll call of shout out people. Do you disturb you?
Nobody complains. Now my Lego wants to join you are talking.
Bye. Guys, thank you so much for everyone that made this production a top-notch quality. We say stay safe this weekend. By 7 o'clock is going to be Voices from the Top with Kunle Daniels and Joseph Folorunsho, and by 8 o'clock you have to call your own boy, the biggest of them all. I'm talking about Kokore Day from 8 p.m. for Aria Friday. It is all the way down till we come back on Monday 6 p.m. It's Sport Cruise. My name is Okweyemi Akele. Thank you so much, Sheon. Thank you, Akintayo. Thank you, Agbatomi, for making the production top-notch quality all through the week. It's Mainland 98.3 FM. Keep doing sports in whatever you do, and don't forget, it's 1 billion and it's no child's play.